This is Scott with tutorialstop.com. This is part 2 of my vignette effect. I'm going to go ahead and revert this image. So file, revert, return it back to normal. I'm going to image and resize this image. So image size, I'm going to actually do this by %, and I know I want to take that down to about 20%. I do have constrained proportions down here, so both width and height will be resized proportionately. Okay, so here's a picture, and remember this is part 2 of a vignette tutorial, so make sure you check out part 1 if you haven't seen it yet. And this one, what we're going to do is we're actually going to change the background layer. So I'm going to double click the background layer just to rename it anything. Doesn't matter, you can even take that layer 1. I'm going to add a new layer. Come down here and just add a new layer. There's layer 1, and I'm going to drag it below this layer by clicking on, just dragging it down. I'm going to add a color to it, so I'll go to my swatches palette, and for example I'll choose pink. And here's my pink color, it's foreground. Now to fill that with the foreground color, just hit Alt and backspace. You can see that's filled with the foreground color. Can't see any changes out here yet though. Let's go back to our first layer, our top layer. I'm going to get my elliptical marquee tool and drag out a marquee. And I think this time I'm going to do both girls' faces. So there's a marquee around the first girl's face. And then I'm going to add to the selection by holding down my Alt key. And or you can come up here to the very top and click on to the add to selection icon and then drag another marquee out, and you can see there that there's 2 selections, and so that's going to be the selection that we create the vignette effect with. So I'm going to go to select and go to feather, and 15's fine. Remember, the larger the feather radius, of course the softer the feather is going to be. I think I'm going to raise this. Notice you can either type it in here or just hover right over radius. Drag that up. Let's go with 20. So actually I'm just going to highlight in there and type in 20 and click OK. I'm going to select the inverse. So select inverse or Control-Shift-I, and I'm going to hit my delete key. And you can see by using the pink underground color here that filled it with pink. And you can actually just try different colors out. If you just want to choose white, come down here to the layer, change your foreground color to white, and Alt backspace. Now you can see it with the white background. I really like this because you can try it out with different colors. So if you want like a light blue, again, make sure the layer 1, the bottom layer, is selected. And here's my new foreground color, and Alt backspace to change it to blue. So you can try out different colors with that vignette effect as well. So this is Scott with tutorialstop.com. This is tutorial 2 of the vignette effect.